Hi, Lisa and Julia. I'm going to give you some feedback on your project. You've done a self-assessment here, and I appreciate the clarity and the openness about what you did and what you were looking at. I would encourage you, I don't want you to actually do this again because time is precious and there's no need. But when you do maybe your next self-evaluation, use the guide that I gave you to self-assess for the grade. And also, when I say that, when we do that self-assessment of grade each week, that guide is really, really helpful. What I would like to know here also is how much time you spent and what did you focus on. So that's sort of the area. There's two of you working on it. So that's important. I know you used a variety of tools, for example, but I don't know what you used them for. What did you use Magic Write for? And I can see Notebook LM for the video creation. SurveyMonkey AI, I'm not sure what you use that for. And so that's important for me to know what tools you use and what for. I'm pretty sure there's more than one learning goal that you addressed to inform students for responsible use of technology. Um, you that's what uh, they learned, but what did you also learned other things? So, for example, I'm if I'm looking at the learning goals, I'm pretty sure that you used some prompt strategies and especially when you're generating your images and trying to and your text for whatever's going on there. Uh, I would say uh, indirectly, it looks like you're also looking at the positives and the negatives. So the benefits and challenges for students. Okay. And I would say also that you have, you talk about LO4 and the responsible use of Gen AI. That's definitely the main uh, part there for sure. But you may also have addressed LO5, Learning Objective 5, because you used a lot of tools. I don't see any evaluation, but if you did evaluate, you would have um, thought about that. And then it does seem to me, LO6, that there's some innovative and ethical strategies where you're integrating Gen AI into this presentation to enhance student learning. Um, so you actually doing this presentation and using all these tools presented this nice Canva presentation. So as a strategy, probably for helping teachers, you integrate Gen AI more effectively. So it's for teachers and it's also for students. So I'd like you to do that kind of analysis because it's important for you to understand what you did and also for me to understand. And then you've got other things there that you've talked about learning, which is great. You've talked a bit about your challenges and but you don't give yourself a final sort of grade. You didn't talk about the professional look of your product, which I think is pretty clear actually. And so, yeah, those are ways that you can improve that. You might take a look at the Canvas example that I just posted for future reference. Now, as for the Canva presentation, I think it's pretty sleek. I don't have it all here. Here, I'm going to try to get the screen there. So when you're doing this, I thought it's pretty good. Um, You've got a light background, light text. So for accessibility, that might be a bit of a problem. Now, these are wordy slides, so you might want to grab, like say you'd highlight this and make that in bold, for example, because that could be really helpful. Uh, and so, and then here, it can draw pictures, it can make music, it can answers questions. So you might just highlight these things in bold so it helps the reader. So that would be my major suggestion. Here, definitely put that in bold. Give credit. Don't pretend. Okay, those should all be in bold. That's a nice story. I really like the way you've done this. I think it's really effective. I tried this check-in, so that doesn't work. I guess Mentimeter has to be on. And then here, focus should be in bold. And then I would put different colors here, okay, just to emphasize you've got these resources. I like that you've used resources. Again, bold here, that helps. Um, Now this looks like you put in a podcast. And so when I present it, obviously there's no video. You might not put this in bold because there's all this caps thing is sort of like everything. So that's your title. Um, and I would put challenge, just only one challenge. But I like that you're putting it, tag us at kind. Now, I'm not sure where they're tagging you, so maybe that's clear to others, but not to me. Again, that doesn't work. Focus here, and then again, maybe make these, I don't know, just a color that's going to pop out, even this light blue, for example. And then at the end, I'm just going to go all the way to the end. You've got your references. I would take this and just link it to here to make it less messy because it's pretty condensed here, or space it off. And it wouldn't be reference, it would be references. You don't need the colon, I don't think. So those are just little suggestions, but you don't have to. It's just from if I'm looking at this. Those references are so small, it's hard to distinguish as you might even do 2 pages of it. Or take these links. I think that would help you. And then just take this, you're going to right click and then insert the link, which I'm pretty sure you can do it in Canva. Overall, very good. I personally would be inclined to call this a work, but that's up to you. You haven't given me a grade for it yet, but well done.